Previously on Beauty and the Geek Australia. The beauties got the shock of their lives. As some miraculous makeovers turned their geeks into boyfriend material.
I just wanted to hug him.
This is the new me.
Hello, ladies.
He's gonna get some.
Tonight, the geeks try their luck as a boy band. The beauties get down and dirty, digging for history.
Great work, Cara.
A new look gives the boys new confidence.
I really like you. She was definitely flirting with me.
But Tim's frustration with Cara boils over.
I'm a real person, Cara, and I have real emotions.
She's so cool and she's so hot. She's a princess and I'm a fraud. She's so sexy and I'm so silly. Makes me dizzy. She's so pretty. She's so beautiful. I can't even breathe when I'm inside her and she's looking at me. She's so cool. She's so hot. She's a princess and I'm a frog. She's so sexy, it's so silly. Makes me dizzy. She's so pretty, yeah.
After our night in the spa, Tamika and I went back into the house.
Thomas, do you know what you're wearing?
Hey, guys.
Oh.
How's it going?
Good, what about
Hey.
you?
Yeah, pretty good.
Where
You
have
look especially
been?
happy.
Where have you been?
News travels quickly around the house, and as soon as I got in from the spa, people saw me in my boardies and asked me who I'd been with. In the spa, maybe?
Who with?
Is it who I
Just-
suspect?
It's just Tamika, no?
Tell me what happened. Did you kiss her?
Maybe. What makes
Yes! Yes!
Really? Yeah.
These guys haven't had the chance to be around gorgeous girls, and if you can get a kiss, then it's a score, really.
It was just like, you know...
That's awesome.
Tamika and Michael shared a kiss together. That's cool. I mean, hey, great for them. Honestly, don't even know why it's supposed to really matter a whole lot to me. Tamika and I are partners. I have feelings for her. I'm pretty sure all my feelings for her are completely one-sided. I mean, every other person I've had attraction to has always been one-sided, so it's part of the course for me. And that's it.
The makeover was a very big ordeal for me, and I was very pleased that Cara liked the transformation that she saw. And I thought this was a better time than ever to really sit down and chat to Cara. I'm still very confused as to exactly how she feels. There's a lot of things on my mind.
Yeah.
All the time. Yeah.
Want to talk about it?
Kinda. I really like you. Like, a lot. And I know that's not going to change anytime soon, but if that's not something that is going to work, then I'm more than happy to just be really good friends like we are.
You're my partner in this thing, therefore, I guess you're more like family other than anything else like friends. A lot of the time, a boy and a girl, when they're friends, one of the people end up liking the other one at some point in time. It's just obviously better to clear it up first before it has the potential to ruin anything.
It was hard knowing that Cara wanted to keep our friendship strong, but nothing more. But this is something that I should be used to by now.
Today, we walk into the challenge room. And there is an hourglass and a gold microphone.
Guess we'll find out.
Beauties, in this week's challenge, you will be submerging yourself in history, quite literally, as we send you on an archaeological dig with a difference.
I don't even know what submerging means. Submerging out of something, like submerging out of a birthday cake.
And Geeks, your challenge involves teamwork, and we'll see you working singing, and dancing together. Yes, you will hit the stage and put on a show as your very own boy band.
Going to be interesting?
Should suit you, Thomas.
It will. I hope I'm not singing, that's all.
Because I can dance, for sure, but I cannot seem to save myself.
My signature move I like to call the shoulder dance. Brace yourself, ladies.
If Michael does this on stage, I might not speak to him again.
This week's challenges are critical, as the winners and their partners will be guaranteed a place in the final week and a shot at the 100 grand. Ladies, time is ticking. I'll see you in a couple of hours.
History is just people doing things. That's really all it is when you break down to it, you know, empires rising and falling, you know, and all of that I find, like, really interesting.
Boring.
So, many thousands of years ago, people believed that the Earth was the centre of the universe and that everything revolved around the Earth.
Yeah.
That's not the case. You knew that, right?
I never thought about it. I don't know, I just live here. Do you know what I mean?
And right about here, we have the beginning of the First World War.
It was very interesting. Interesting and not.
You got a monkey, and he meets another sexy monkey.
So he was pretending to be like a monkey and he was like growing into like a human and describing like the stages that went in evolution. What does a monkey sound like?
But that's not important.
Okay. A monkey made love to another monkey with a shorter tail. That monkey made love with another monkey who was a little bit taller, so that monkey was a little bit taller. At the end, the monkeys had no tails and they called us humans. Hi.
After we got a bit of study in, it was time to head off and we went to a dig site. We saw the girls coming down the hill.
They were all giving off a very strong Lara Croft vibe.
I'm Lara Croft. I'm hot and I'm ready to get dirty.
Hello, beauties.
Hi.
You all look the part. In front of you, you see a pit, and it's full of mud.
I'm having a feeling that it's going to involve getting dirty, which I don't mind because mud's really good for your skin.
Buried in this pit, you each have 7 famous historical items, each from a different year. You must retrieve the treasures and place them on your timeline underneath the correct year in chronological order.
There was like these dates that meant nothing to me.
I know stuff exists, but I'm kind of stressing on the picking of when stuff happened.
The first beauty to succeed will take out the challenge and secure them and their partner a place in the final week. They will also have the power to nominate another couple to send through to the elimination room. Beauties, it's time to get your hands dirty.
Woohoo. I get to jump in there. I've always wanted to do mud wrestling.
Beauties ready? Get set. Go!
They all jump into the mud, and it's a pretty good look.
It was terrifying and invigorating in equal measures.
Tamika, starting with an obvious one.
Great work, Cara!
I didn't know what the first item I was going to grab was. Nothing actually going through my brain.
I felt under the water and I just grabbed the first thing. It was a dinosaur head, which was really thankful because I knew that went at the start, so I just chucked the dinosaur head at the start.
Cara has put the telescope on the timeline in 1609, which is fantastic. That's the year that Galileo Galilei invented it.
Go on, Jess. You are going great.
Come on, Cara!
Now's your chance. Come on. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back.
The hardest thing about this challenge was that we couldn't give any instruction to our beauties, even if they put something in the wrong place. Donna picked up the Darth Vader helmet and she put it under 1889. Oh, what are you doing? 1889!
Star Wars could have been based on a true story and it happened about then.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
The challenge was that there were items in this mud pool that they had to retrieve and then place on a timeline in correct chronological order according to the date that they were invented or discovered.
I don't think any of them really knew where any historical items went, and they were all probably frightened to death of whether they could actually pull it off and go to the final week.
I pulled out the army helmet. Oh no, Darth Vader.
One item at a time, ladies.
That's some good lifting, Jess. You're doing great. You're getting them really quickly.
I just remember my grandpa's voice going, I didn't have television when I was a kid. So I'm thinking, when was my grandpa a kid?
Well done, Jess. Jessie is running straight back into that mud. She's not afraid of it at all. This was a girl on a mission. This was a real-life Tomb Raider.
Eleni!
At one level, I admired Eleni Mae's speed, but on the other hand, I knew that at least 2 or 3 of the items were out of place.
Beauty, stop what you're doing!
Eleni Mae had finished the challenge, and I thought, oh no, we've lost this after getting so close.
Right, Eleni Mae, let's have a look at your timeline.
Briefly looking at Eleni Mae's timeline, I realised that very few of those objects are in the correct position, and maybe we still have a chance.
Eleni Mae, you haven't got everything in the right order.
I'd be lying if I thought I was right, because I knew I was wrong. What was I doing?
Eleni Mae put the Mona Lisa after the telescope.
Every single item, bar the dinosaur head, was tossed back in.
Just a waste of good television and Star Wars masks.
I knew the game was over for me.
Eleni Mae was incorrect with her timeline, and so the challenge continued.
Go!
You're doing fantastic.
I wasn't really judging myself off other people. Didn't have time for that. I just kept going.
Keep on searching. Swipe your hands through.
Keep going, Jess. Hang on, we could win this.
Good.
There was only one spot left, 1889. The thing I know that was discovered in 1889 was radio waves, so I was expecting a radio to come out of the mud. That's not what came out. Keep searching, Jess.
Keep searching, Donna. I know it's hard. Keep searching.
When Jessie pulled a bra out of the pit, I thought, how the hell did that come off? And I'm not sure that's her size.
So I'm like, girls, did you lose one of your bras in here? Is this supposed to be in the mud pit? Finished!
Beauties, stop what you're doing!
I knew the odds of picking 7 random objects and putting them in order are 7 factorial, which is 5,040 to 1. So I was hoping Jessie had learned her history because she was not going to fluke this.
We have the Tyrannosaurus Rex in 65 million years BC. Correct. The Mona Lisa, circa 1519. Correct. The telescope, 1609. Correct.
From what I can see from where I'm standing, it looks like Jessie might have this.
The over-the-shoulder boulder holder in 1889. Australia's favourite, Vegemite, was invented in 1922. Television was first broadcast in Australia in the same year the Melbourne Olympic Games were held.
Means nothing to me. Just tell me it's right.
In 1956, Darth Vader, invented by George Lucas in 1977. Jessie, congratulations.
I'm so proud of you. Yes.
I was really happy because I felt like I let Michael down in a lot of the challenges. After getting this one right, I felt like I kind of made up for it, which was good.
It was just great for Jessie to win a challenge of her own, and I think it'll do wonders for her self-confidence. And now she knows she can be smart when she sets her mind to it. It's just... I'm so happy.
Now it was time for the Geeks challenge.
Do I hold my microphone as well, or do I do my
Yeah,
hair?
like holding your microphone.
Okay.
But you gotta hold your microphone kind of cool.
No. You're a boy band. You're supposed to be sexy, man.
We're out practicing for this challenge, trying to get some dance moves down, and the next thing I know...
We're Justice Crew. We're here to help you through your next challenge.
I couldn't believe Justice Crew were in our backyard.
I have no idea why they're called Justice Crew. Maybe they were law students before.
There was a lot of, I call it flagrant disregard for the laws of gravity and physics. And I think the gravity police should have been called in, and there should have been some arrests made.
Justice Crew are the most amazing dance crew I have ever seen. They're just so incredibly talented.
So it's your turn, Geeks.
After they'd finished dancing, Justice Crew told us that they would be helping us out with some cool moves.
1, 2, 3.
I showed a bit of my hip-hop moves and they seemed to be quite impressed. I don't think they really expected a geek to have a hip-hop history. So I think they were quite impressed by that and they quite enjoyed that one of us was a little bit like them in a way.
Okay, guys, you're gonna show us what you did all today, so let's get into it.
We aren't dancers in any way, shape, or form. We don't have a lot of physical strength. We're intellectuals.
People were pulling off impressive moves, but if we're going to be a cohesive group, we were going to have to do a lot of practice.
One of the things that they were doing before was the slow walk.
So tomorrow's the performance. So tonight is the only time that we have to perfect our choreography.
So that's a, 32-beat phrase. So I'd spent some time mathematically modelling the amount of beats in the song and the amount of beats that each dance move took, and I feel that we've got enough moves to fill the entirety of the song.
So we start in line, we move forward, each of us in our individual line songs moves forward, the rest of us sort of cluster. I think Dan was quite nervous about getting it exactly right. The challenge required extremely complex moves and we didn't know who would be judging us.
With 5 guys and no one who's stepping into the leader role, everything is just going to absolute hell.
Blame Matrix, yeah.
But
But almost like constantly referencing that person.
I knew the Geeks were really nervous about their performance. What they needed is an experienced dancer to come and put them in their place. Come in, okay? So the first bit of music is like slow, and I want you to all walk back in a group, so like no one's in your face yet, so walk back slowly, go, and walk.
Seeing Jessie in her element as a dance teacher really did bring out a side of her that I hadn't seen before, and it was impressive.
We'll just do 3 moves, so make it really simple, okay? It made me feel really good knowing the first time in the house that I was actually an expert at something that they were totally out of their league in. This is something I'm an expertise in, so listen to me this time. Everyone turn this direction, turn, stop. Perfect, boy band.
We've learnt the parts, now we just need to perform it in front of a gigantic crowd of hundreds of people. Awesome.
There was, for better or for worse, Justice Crew there. For better because I could inspire us with all their cool moves, and for worse because I could show us up with all of their cool moves.
Justice Crew did us the pleasure of performing before us so that everyone's expectations would be nice and raised by the time we got on stage. Thanks, guys.
Wow. Never thought I'd say this, but let's go shopping instead.
It's a joke. There's no challenge. We're all just going shopping.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Now, I'm told you've been rehearsing non-stop for the performance of your lives. And I, along with the hundreds of your soon-to-be fans, are eagerly anticipating your debut performance.
Oh, boy.
Normally, my trip to the shopping centre involves finding the game store, going to the game store, going home. This generally doesn't involve a dance routine in the middle of the shopping centre.
And who better to be judging you guys than our very special guests, Justice Crew.
If my nerves weren't racked enough, more racking was going to happen.
Now, Justice Crew will be judging you on choreography, performance, and just how loudly you can make these women scream.
At this stage, I think my heart had moved up quite a few centimetres up to my throat. I could feel it beating up here.
There was a lot of white. This is what we would be like if we were all ghosts, funky, funky ghosts.
They look like the Backstreet Boys.
Please, put your hands together and make them feel very welcome to the stage. This is Geek Unit!
I'm so nervous for them. I hope that they don't embarrass themselves.
The guys come out on stage, they're full of like energy and confidence. They looked a little bit dorky but cute.
So the music starts, the thought through my mind is, that's a pretty big crowd out there, and I don't really know what I'm doing.
That point in time, I do believe Thomas as a whole disappeared and Thomas the dancer came out.
The fact that so many people were gathered to watch had sort of an inverse effect on my nerves. If there were only 5 people, I would have felt incredibly nervous. The nerves sort of stopped.
Dan took my breath away. He was getting so into it. He was jumping around the stage. I'm his groupie.
I started hitting a couple of the moves really, really well, but then everything fell apart. It's time for my signature move. I have to get up and do the elbow drop. I throw myself forwards, and then everything starts to go wrong. Kara wasn't supportive of this move. I really worry that Kara isn't as happy with my performance as she could be.
There was this other move that Tim tried out, and it was his own move. It looked really great. Anyway, I told him he should do that move, not the other one, where he face planted, because I said it was a better move. And he should have listened to me.
Geeks can dance, and they rocked it. These guys are maybe even better than Justice Crew.
Geek Unit!
Joking.
Well, gentlemen, can I just say you were absolutely rocking it out there. E-Man from Justice Crew, who were our 2 best performing geeks this afternoon?
It felt very intense being judged by some of these fantastic singers and dancers when you only have one half of the skills.
Daniel for the first time. Did really well.
I stepped forward and I was in utter disbelief.
E-Man, our second geek.
It's Marlon.
Then it was just a question of, am I going to beat Daniel? How am I going to stack up?
Who is the winner of the Beauty and the Geek Boy Band Challenge?
If we win this, then we're in the final for $100,000. And if we don't, then there's no doubt in my mind that we will be returning to the Elimination Room.
The winner of this challenge, the Boy Band Challenge, Marlon!
because I won the challenge. Ellie Mae and I are in the finals, and it's a great place to be.
Well, Marlon, congratulations. With that performance, you and your partner, Ellie Mae, are now through to the final week of Beauty and the Geek Australia.
This meant the world to him winning this challenge. And he did it, and he deserved it.
But you still have a decision to make. A decision to send another couple through to the elimination room. Now you can head back to the mansion, and I'll see you all for the nomination.
Okay.
It's just a screw.
Give me a hug, Miles.
With today's challenge over, I thought I could maybe get Cara to talk to me about what she was feeling and what was wrong.
What did you think was wrong?
I thought you were upset with me for not trying hard enough, or I don't know. You know what? No, I don't know. You gave me a lot of really helpful tips.
One main thing I gave you, and that was the one thing that you didn't do, and that was probably the one thing that would have really helped you.
The one thing that you asked me to do that I didn't do, I couldn't figure out how to implement into the dance in the short amount of time that I had, and I apologise for not doing that.
You weren't like looking like you were into it at all. You looked really bored with what you were doing, and that was the problem.
I wasn't bored, Cara. I was terrified.
I understand how hard it would have been, and I know how hard you boys worked at it. I know that.
Then why are you still angry at me? Because I've apologised, and I am honestly and legitimately sorry.
He just wasn't listening to me. That was the whole point, is that he just did not listen to me. He said that he was listening to me, but he didn't.
I don't see how you can just say that so
Because
blatantly.
I told you to get rid of that other move, and you said, no, I've nailed it. And you didn't nail it once.
And so I didn't do it, and I'm sorry. I don't understand what else you want from me. I don't understand. I don't understand how I can make this right for you. I heard everything you said last night. You said you didn't want me to do the handstand drop, and I did it anyway, and I'm sorry for that. You said you wanted me to do the elbow pop behind the head and drop, and I didn't incorporate that into the dance, and I'm sorry for that. I am sorry for so many things, but...
Why are you doing that?
Because I'm a real person, Cara, and I have real emotions. And this whole... No, please. This whole competition, the only things that I have kept from you, especially during the early stages, were my feelings for you. Because I thought that if I told you, I want to make this right.
Walking down to the nomination ceremony felt like we were all walking down to the gallows, except Ellie Mae and I were the executioners.
Well, we're getting down to the business end of the competition. Jesse, you dug deep and won your challenge. And Marlon created a spectacle and won the boy band challenge. Congratulations to you both.
Thanks.
This leaves you in the position of having to nominate one team each to send through to the elimination room. Jesse and Michael, which team do you nominate to send through to the elimination room, and why?
I hate to say it, but yeah, again, this is about teamwork and how well each couple works as a team.
We feel in this couple, one of the couple shows absolute dedication to their partner. The other only sometimes reciprocates. And we regretfully have to nominate Cara and Tim.
Cara, do you feel as though Michael's comments have some merit to them?
I feel like we've both really been trying with each other.
So you think that Tim has been 100% dedicated to the relationship between you two, and you maybe not.
I don't know if I've had as much dedication as Tim. He's perfect 100% of the time. I try, but I'm nowhere near like him.
Marlon and Eleni May, which team do you nominate to send through to the elimination room, and why?
I think this late in the game, it's less about who needs to go. I don't think it's at all about who needs to go. It's rather who needs to stay more, who needs this more, who needs the experience more.
It's a horrible decision to make, you know. We're stealing someone's dream, and it saddens me to have to nominate this person, or this couple, but we've chosen Daniel and Donna.
Sorry, guys.
Donna, do you think Daniel's too hot to stay in the competition?
Not at all. He's like on the outside, but he's a very hot-headed person and he has a lot to learn.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if there were hard feelings, but I feel that Dan took it in the spirit that it was meant. I think maybe Donna took it a little hard.
Tim and Cara, Daniel and Donna, you guys will be facing off in the elimination room. For the beauties, it's time to put to use everything you've unearthed about history. And Geeks, your subject this week will be pop music. So, pack your stuff, say your goodbyes, and I'll see the four of you in the elimination room.
Daniel and Donna and Tim and Cara might be the clash of the titans. I don't think Cara and Tim should be allowed to come back because I think we deserve this more. Cara hasn't put in 100% of her effort and she has let her emotions run wild. I find it very difficult to see what they have learned from one another.
I kind of feel bad for Michael. I know that Jesse didn't want to send us, but...
You know that I'd spoken to them about it before. I said to them, if you ever want Donna and Daniel out of this competition, you need to put Tim and I there in that room, so that's what they've done.
I will be very happy if Cara and I are the ones to send Donna and Daniel home. This might be one of the big showdowns.
Oh, yeah, boy.
All right, let's do it.
I think we can do this.
I certainly feel that Donna and Daniel and Cara and myself are two of the more powerful couples in this competition.
I'm definitely not ready to leave the mansion, as I still know I have a lot to learn from Donna.
It's pretty nerve-wracking going against a couple that's already had 2 goes at it, so it's a little bit scary.
Daniel and Donna, Tim and Cara, welcome to the elimination room. Now, the rules are simple. The losing team will be eliminated from the competition and must leave the mansion immediately. So, beauties, you'll be going first. Geeks, you may watch the action from the viewing room. You will each receive 2 questions on the subject of history. Cara, you'll be going first. Please choose a number.
I'd like to choose number 3. Thank you, Bernard.
Which former Australian Prime Minister was immortalised by the Guinness Book of Records for sculling a yard glass of beer in 11 seconds?
We didn't cover Australian history.
I have no idea.
I have no idea either.
I actually don't know.
Is it Whitlam?
John Howard.
The correct answer is Bob Hawke.
That makes sense.
So, Donna, for your first question, please choose a number.
Number 1, thanks, Bernie.
Good girl.
In what year did Australia host its bicentenary?
We didn't go through this either.
I don't know if that's like another word for
Commonwealth. I'm just going to go with 1901 because I think that's like the Commonwealth. It might be like another word. I don't know what bicentenary is.
She's on the right track.
You answered 1901.
Yeah.
The correct answer is 1988.
So I was born.
So, Cara, for your second question,
Number 2, please, Bernard.
King Henry VIII's groom of the stool was responsible for what important job?
Oh, I don't know. Cutting off his wife's heads. I don't even know what that is.
The correct answer is King Henry VIII's groom of the stool was responsible for what important job?
Oh, I don't know. Cutting off his wife's heads. I don't even know what that is.
The correct answer is wiping the king's bottom.
Oh.
That's a weird question.
Donna, obviously it's number 4.
Hard questions.
What were the final words uttered by bushranger Ned Kelly before he was hung?
Oh, gosh.
We didn't go through this either.
It's either shoot straight, you bastards, or such is life.
I don't know. Really don't know.
You're not going to have a stab at it?
Peace out. That's what I would say.
Peace out is incorrect.
Really? Oh.
The correct answer was such is life.
Such is life.
Gentlemen, if you'd care to join us in the elimination room.
It's up to us.
Your future in this competition rests in your hands. Your beauties got no questions correct, which means you will both start on 0. You will each receive 2 questions on the subject of pop music. Tim, you'll be going first. Please choose a number.
I would like number 1, please, Bernard.
Which singer claimed, "I kissed a girl and I liked it"?
That would be Katy Perry, Bernard.
Katy Perry is correct.
I believe she also liked the taste of her cherry chapstick.
That's correct.
Oh, gosh, I love you, Tim.
Daniel, please choose a number for your first question.
Number 2, thanks, Bernard.
What are the 5 nicknames used to describe the members of the Spice Girls?
Posh Spice. Scary Spice. Baby Spice. Sporty Spice.
Come on.
Ginger Spice.
I didn't even teach him that, so that's kind of creepy that he knew it.
That is correct. Well done. Tim, please choose a number.
Number 3, please, Bernard.
The Beatles plus New Kids on the Block plus Justice Crew equals how many members in total?
I don't even know who New Kids on the Block are.
The Beatles are 4. Justice Crew from memory is 9. New Kids on the Block. That's a tough one. But I'm going to take a guess.
Just say 18.
And say 20.
Oh, okay.
20. The correct answer is 18.
Oh, Jesus.
Daniel, if you get this question correct, you win the elimination.
No pressure.
At the tender age of 16, which teen pop sensation has already written their memoirs entitled First Step to Forever?
Justin Bieber.
He won't know that.
Is it Justin Bieber?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's not coming to me.
Daniel, the correct answer is Justin Bieber. You're both tied on 1 point apiece, which means we move into a tie-break round. This is a closest to question. Tim, I'll ask you first.
Yep.
How old is Madonna?
47.
54 or something.
Is she? I have no idea.
I don't know.
Just through estimation and extrapolation of her past hits, I would say that she was 68.
Oh my God! No, she couldn't be.
Daniel, how old is Madonna?
I think she's younger than 68. And if it's the closest to, I'll say 67. You're a mathematician, you understand.
Gentlemen, the correct answer is 52. Ladies, if you could please join us in the elimination room. So, Tim and Cara, unfortunately I have to inform you you've been eliminated from the competition and must leave the mansion immediately. How are you guys feeling?
Kind of silly, but not too bad.
I'm fine.
You may leave.
This whole experience has been a very life-changing one for me. It's the first step on a very long road, and I hope that I can continue down that path.
I've had the greatest time, and you've been wonderful through all of it, and I couldn't be more grateful.
I feel exactly the same way. I have never once doubted you, and I am so proud that you've pulled through so far and done so much for me, and I could never ask for more. Thank you.
Next week on Beauty and the Geek Australia.
Down to the business end of things.
Bring it on!
A must-see 90-minute finale of Olympic proportions.
The losing team will be eliminated.
My heart just sung.
And the battle of the brides as 4 couples fight it out.
Please say your vows to each other.
I love you.
To see who will be crowned Australia's 2010 Beauty and the Geek.